Alright, so what we got here tonight, part 2 of regular Shaputis, or my engine disassembly. We're gonna go inside the block itself, probably take out, and well, not probably, we're gonna take out everything. So what we have now, I did get that flywheel removed, and obviously, as you can tell, whole block is painted. Got the new head on there, valve cover, but that all has to come off it right now anyways, but came out pretty clean. I mean, there's some minor scraping or parts where the paint got messed up, and you see that yellow, that too, but up there and on these, but not a big deal. Well, in all honesty, it looks pretty good to me. First, let's take off all of our 10mm bolts out of my side cover. I should have mentioned this beforehand, but you should probably take off your valve cover and head first. But I got my side cover off already, and we're gonna get all this oil out into this cloth, garbage cloth anyways. So now we're gonna get my head off again. Key tip: put your bolts back where you got them. Don't waste your time putting them in a bag or anything, or setting them on your bench. Might as well just put it back so you don't lose it. But now that we got our head off, we're gonna go inside and take this connecting arm off, and you're gonna need 8mm. And I know some people could struggle, they'll rotate the piston and all that. Well, I suggest you get your ratchet and socket, and say you got your ratchet right here, have it up in there. You get ratchet and put your thumb over your crankshaft and pull it up so you get good leverage, good grip strength, and it won't rotate the whole system.
Othello on the bellow on the bellow
Got my block all stripped down. So basically, it wasn't a 10mm, but it wasn't an 8mm for your bolts and your connecting arm. It's a 10, and you get your 10s loosened up, pull back this piece, take that piece off, and then if you have to rotate crankshaft or whatever, you can, but you got to push this piece out so you can clear your crankshaft. Make sure you keep this part protected and don't scratch it up or anything, because it's really important for when you install your billet. Connecting rod, you don't want to get all damaged and everything. I accidentally pressed a little too hard, pushing my piston and connecting arm out, and it literally shot, boom, landed perfectly like that. Not really a good thing, but I'm replacing it all anyways, so we'll continue on from here. We're gonna go in. First, you're gonna take your 10mm, crank this nut off for your governor. Then you'll take all this junk, there's a pin on there, and we're gonna go in, pull the paddle out, and then we're gonna punch out the governor gear. Got the arm off. Well, first you get the nut off, then you get the arm off, and you got the other side of that. You pull the pin out, and you take a little punch, or even a hammer. You barely tap it up top on the little dowel part, And it drops right in there. Exactly. There you go. Has some grease on it. Make sure up there, pretty sure it came off. I'm sure it fell back behind the oil sensor. But there is a little shim washer you gotta be sure to get off from up top. Now we're gonna go on the other side and try to punch out the governor itself. Whole governor assembly right there. Really, you got the clip on it, everything, the weights, nipple, literally all comes right out. All right, don't forget, you got another shim washer back here. We'll snag that. Try to at least, might grab my pliers. Get your two 10mm bolts removed. You're gonna have to come over to the nut that's holding on your oil sensor electrical. You're gonna take that 14mm wrench you got and start cranking that right on oil sensor out. You gotta take your quick disconnect, and just literally slide the whole thing out through the block and out. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna tap. Well, we're not gonna tap. I'm gonna do self-threading, bolt through there, and I'm probably gonna tap this upper one because my plan is to run a hose all the way back to my top of my valve cover and lubricate up top. I'm going to do that for sure. And for this this hole, probably gonna have to tap that or something. I'm gonna figure out something on that one for sure, but didn't scratch up my block, thankfully, so continue on in a few days. So that's the Regulator Shaputis block disassembly series. I mean, it's only two parts, but pretty well covers everything you need to do to completely disassemble your small engine 212cc Honda clone block or whatever. And wasn't too much, pretty easy to disassemble, but make sure you keep track of your bolts and nuts and everything. Make sure you get it all baggied up if you prefer that way, like I do, so you don't lose anything. But keep on watching for more. We got a full engine builds coming up, porting and polishing our heads, all kinds of stuff, so stay tuned.
Ready, set, go!
NANI?! Finish him! Fatality. 奥義を身につけ、最後に覚えたのがこれだ。